Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Paint Girly. I clicked the one button that said go live, and then I'm sitting here waiting for the little thing to say you're live, and I didn't click the second button. It's one of those kind of days. So I'm hoping some of you will be able to join me. What I want to do today here is I have this book, Anne of Green Gables, and I'm really not a reader per se, but I know a lot of people are. My younger sister really likes to read. And all three of us girls really like the Anne of Green Gables story. This, hey, Peggy, good morning. Putting away Christmas, headed out to the craft room in a bit. Okay, cool. Yeah, my hubsy been busy the last couple days putting away our Christmas. So I was at a Goodwill, saw this. It's $2.49, and originally I was thinking I would gut it like normal and make a journal. But I was sitting here the other day looking at my Bible and the cover was getting all grungy, and I thought, why don't I just cover it like decoupage or do something with my Bible? So I started working on that. So I have a video and I need to do the second video for it. And then it occurred to me, well, what about a book that you might want to keep, a keepsake? It's just got a plain cover and we could decorate it or make it look, cute. So, true to form, Jacqueline is always sending me really cool things to watch. I'm on the internet, I guess, a fair amount of time watching reels and stuff, but she finds really cool stuff. So she found this channel. The gal's channel is called Amity. I still can't say it right. Amity Bloom. So I put her link in my description box, and her they're really not junk journals. Her journals are like so not junky, if you know what I mean. But she's got a real style, a real definite style. Almost like, I would say, my camera looks crooked. Maybe like a cottage chic kind of a look. I would kind of describe it. Hey, Ange, good morning. So I just said to Jacqueline this morning, do you think she puts any kind of padding down first before she covers? It's hard to tell, but I'm going flat today. So I started before you got here. So this is my Anne of Green Gables. I decided to cover the spine as well. Good morning, Sohani. Is that how you say your name? Today I'm covering a book. And I do all kinds of different art things. Good morning, Vale. So what I did was I took some plastic bagging and covered my pages. All right. So I don't want to get any glue or anything on those. And actually, I thought I started with the front, but I started with the back. So I'm just using some Golden Matte Medium as my glue to put fabric on my cover. I'll have to use my heat tool. I know, right, Vale? Ooh, yay. So, and she does, Amity Bloom does a lot of layering, ribbons, lace, and she does it throughout her journal, not just on the cover, really. But I'm just going to try to make this cover not so much a book you will put on your shelf, but you could really sit on your coffee table or just, if you have a favorite book, it might be something to consider if you have a bunch of, supplies sitting around to use them to cover the book. So we've done this before. I just painted on some Golden Matte Medium, really pushed down in my little ditch here, smooth this out. It's pretty good. It feels pretty smooth. I did use my heat tool to get this to start to dry a little bit quicker. So it's going to be a little bit of a rush. But so now I'm going to do my spine. I've got some Golden Matte Medium that I poured out of my large jar into this little jar. I'm going to put it on with a paintbrush. Oh, thanks, Phil. And so this is just easier. You could do it any way you want. You could use any glue, I think, that you want. I'm not using my Fabri-Tac glue for this portion for a couple of reasons. It's more expensive. It is really the consistency, I'm sorry, of a snot. It's hard to spread and it dries fairly quick. And it's just, for a big surface, it's harder to work with. So I find that if I use my Golden Matte Medium, I'm doing the wrong part. See, I'm busy talking. I want to do the spine first. So I'm going to flip it up on its end. So I'm just going to paint this on and be fairly liberal with it. I want to get a good stick, and I'm going to bring that right down into the little ditch there, whatever you call it, where the book bends. And then I'm just going to wrap that around and pull it as tight as I can. Oh, you are? Oh, cool. It's fun you're doing that. So I'm just going to pull that as tight as I can. Now, see, I've got this here, which I put it on a little too early there. So I'm really wanting to pull that as tight. I don't want any lumps or bumps. So I've got my little bone folder here, and I'm really pressing that into the... Does anybody know what this is called here? This little crease, this little ditch? It's probably not called a ditch. Gutter, the little gutter. I don't know. And of course, your fabric is porous. So see, I've got some glue coming out, but that's okay. That's all going to dry clear. Not sure I got enough glue. Nah, let's add a little more here. It's giving me a little bit of a fit there. I always like to put some kind of protective shield around my pages because things happen. I tend to get messy. Hey, Debbie, good morning. Oh, I forgot to turn my sound down on my phone as usual. So if you're just popping in, this is an Anne of Green Gables book I picked up at Goodwill. You have a lot to catch up on, Ange? So I'm just pressing that spine down. I was thinking and debating on whether leaving the spine exposed. But when I look at the different journals that Amity Bloom does, her spines are all covered. And her books, you really, really go visit her channel. She's very talented, and her style is, I don't want to say it's unique, but it's really cool. And I wouldn't call it, well, she does use, pieces of junk throughout her journals, but they sure don't, like most junk journals, they don't really look junky, So now let me just take my heat tool. I'm just going to hit this for a little bit, see if I can dry this up. It's not going to be dry, but it should start to set it a little bit. Hi, Candy. Good morning. All right. So, that still feels damp, so that's not dry yet, but I think I can go ahead and I'm really pushing the envelope here. So I'm going to put more of my Gold Matte Medium here. Now, I didn't sand the cover. It wasn't real slick, and it's got a little bit of a texture. So I thought I really would be okay. So, but if you have any hesitation about your fabric sticking down, you could always, give your cover a rough sand before you went ahead and did something like this. So I'm going to pull this tight and just start to, and if you don't have a bone folder, get an old gift card or something like this. Something just so it has a little bit of stiffness to it. Sometimes it's a little easier, especially if you have nails on, getting down in that little thingy there, whatever you call that. Hey, Joyce, good morning. You got notification, but I was doing so. Oh, that's okay. You're here pretty quick. No worries. No worries. I forgot to put my notice on Instagram. That's what kind of day I'm having. Turns out I ended up with a sinus infection. So, not to mention the toothache. And it looks like I'm going to have some. Okay, Peggy's in her craft room with her cup of coffee. All right, she's taking a break, putting away Christmas. So I'm looking at having some major dental work done. Raw. So we'll see how that goes, but still a little bit under the weather here. So I may need to put my channel on mute and blow my nose at some point. All right, so this, I just put the glue in. I'm going to use my heat tool again and just try to get this started to dry. Now I picked this green fabric because I wanted a darker underneath surface. You did, Joy? Oh, good. Vale's working on hers too. And Peggy's working on hers, even though at this moment, but. So I got this Anna Free Gables. It was a really nice edition. It looked almost brand new. And when I picked it up, actually, what I say earlier, it's $2.49. When I picked it up at the Goodwill, originally I thought, wow, I'm going to take this apart and make a journal. It had a really nice looking cover. But it's been sitting on my shelf, and I don't know, I just couldn't bring myself to take it apart. It's not a real expensive copy, even originally. So I had this plain green. So I had a couple of choices, but I chose this one. I covered the pages, so they're a little bit protected. And I just want to try to make sure, well, before I do any decorating on top, I'm going to have to take this off because I have to make sure that the book is right side up. I think it is right now the right side up. So you'll see here on the back, I made a slit here and then angled my fabric. And I did the same at this end so that when I tuck it inside, And then hopefully I can tuck this down in back behind the spine. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. See, I'm flipping it all around. I don't know which ends up. And you may have a better way of doing this, but this kind of works for me. At least it has in the past. Now we'll do this. And I'm just kind of eyeballing this. I don't know if that, well, I'm going to leave that. That may not have been a good cut. I didn't angle that well, so I'm not going to trim that off there yet. All right, so this I think is the front. I've got these wet spots. So now what I want to do is I'm opening this up and I'm going to take these points, glue these down. I'm not going to worry so much about there I am. Am I back? So I'm going to glue these points down. I'm not worried too much about how much fabric I have coming in because I'm going to put another piece of fabric on top of this. So for this, I am going to use my Fabri-Tac because it glues down, fairly quickly, and it is for fabric. So I probably could trim some of this off, but okay, thanks, Ange. But I'm not gonna worry about it too much because, like I said, I'm going to put another piece of fabric on the inside here. I also could miter this, but we're going to do it this way. So now I'm getting down towards the bottom of my Fabri-Tac. So I'm just waiting for that glue to come down. I'm just going to stick that down. I'll show you my Bible. I have one video recorded, but I needed some help with making some decisions about placement of what I wanted to put on my Bible. So I got a hold of Kel yesterday, and she helped me. She helped me make some decisions. So I have everything laid on it. I haven't glued it down yet because I need to wait and record that. Okay, might not be enough glue. Let's see if I can get that to stick. I did purchase some metal book corners, so I don't know if I'm going to use those or not. Now I'm going to do the top and bottom edge here. And I think I need some, the scavenger hunt, if you're watching the replay, or even if you've popped in here and you don't know what the gals are talking about, Janet M. Young's channel, she gives prompts every year to do. Oh, I know something I forgot. I should have put some glue on my edge here. To do what she calls a scavenger hunt. And it's really fun. So you want to check out, try to remember to link. Oh, maybe Peggy can do it. Peggy, would you put Janet's channel in for me? That would be great. You can go there and get all the details, everything you need to know to get started. It's just a fun time. And I'm sure she has where you can post. Sure, take your time, no problem. Um, all right, let me angle this. Where you can post what you've done. And then she gives you a finish date. You have a deadline date. And then she draws a name, and I think she gives a prize. Good, clean art fun. All right, adding a little extra glue there. So this usually, I could have gotten this one a little tighter. I don't think I added extra glue here. Let me put a little more glue under here. See if any came out. Now I could clip these, hold it down a little better. That looks pretty good. Now I just saw I'm not sure if I want to use these, but I ordered these just to have them on hand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, these weren't terribly expensive, so I thought I would get them and have them on hand. I have like one pair or one set. It's not a pair because there's 4. And you can get them in different colors, you know. Of course, you'd want to pick out ones that match, but see, I could do that. I mean, even just that, just the plain cover without a lot of hoopla, and a decorative corner. Really looks nice, doesn't it? And these just slide on, and then you just like hammer it down. And they're on. These are probably, I might have to open up some of these if I'm going to use some of these. These are a little, like you can just pry this open, like you would the back of a frame. I just got these on Amazon. So we'll see. I'm not sure. But you just push them on and then you pinch them down. Geez, Ange, you're really doing good. I can't not eat a potato. That's good willpower there, kid. All right. So that's that corner. And then, well, let me do this end, this side. Same thing, same process. I really like doing this. I would like to get better at it. So I'm just pulling those corners in. Now, of course, you could miter them, but sometimes your fabric, tends to fray if you get it cut too close or whatever. So I think a couple weeks ago, I was doing something similar. I forget the gal's name that I saw. She just popped it in like that. So that's what I've been doing more recently. And then just add some glue. Now, if you have no plans to cover the inside cover, you might want to measure a little more or be a little more particular. Okay, I'm going to add some glue on the edge here. But I'm going to cover mine with fabric. Now, my Bible, I wasn't so particular. And I'm going to put lace to edge it. But my Bible is a coloring Bible. So you'll see the inside cover. It's got a big picture that I've been working on. And so I don't think at this point, I don't think I'm going to cover that up, but I always could if I want to. Getting down to the end of my glue here. I have another one on my shelf. This is one glue I don't like to be without. I do use it quite a lot. This is a Beacon glue. They've got several. I think they all work pretty much the same. One's Magnatac, one's Fabri-Tac. I forget what the other one's called. There's at least one more. All right, so I'm just pulling that as tight as I can. So I don't want any wrinkles. And I've got glue strings like hot glue sticking to my finger. All right, I'm going to add some on the fabric there. And coming down this last side. They don't need much of this. It holds really well. Unfortunately, sometimes it keeps oozing. I hate to waste it. Oh, maybe I'll put that down here. This fabric. I always lay, especially when it starts to get low, I lay it on its side so I don't have to shake it down as much when I need to use it. You can always put a little clip. You have those ready or handy when you're doing this. All right. So then what I want to do is if you stand your book up and you open it like this, well, at least it usually does. Usually you can get a little more of a gap here. I think it works better when the pages are not covered. Let's see. I could be mistaken. Yeah, there we go. So if you pull your pages like this, what you can do is tuck this down in. Now I'm going to angle those as well. It's like an old scrapbooking tip. You know, angle your sides. Try not to cut into the wrong part. Now see what I do here. I might leave that a little bit to tuck down. Okay, let me trim this. Phil, I sent you a reel. I showed a reel, what was the last time I was live? Of someone painting with ink. I don't know if that's the one you said you were interested in. Anyway, if it's not the right one, let me know. I sent it to you, I think on, I don't know. Whether, oh, look, see, look. Oh, where's the camera? Look. I hate when I hate when that happens. It's wasted glue. Where's my lid? I'm going to need some more glue. Because if it's not the right one, if you remind me which one you wanted, I can find it. All right, so I'm going to tuck. So this I'm going to tuck down. I don't need all of that. So let me trim. And I'm going to spread out my pages so I have a little bit of a gap. And then I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac and just shoot a little glue down in there. I could put it on the fabric. That might be a better way. If I can get some out. And then I'm just going to take my little pokey tool and tuck that down in there. Actually, probably I don't see it. I wonder if the inch am I. It's the right one? Okay, great. I didn't want you thinking, she said she would send me that, and then she never did it. And when I did it, I wasn't sure if I had the right one. All right, see, this I didn't really cut as nicely as I should have. So I'm going to tuck that little piece under here. And I didn't put enough glue. I'd have to break down and get out my new one. Okay, let's pull that tight. Well, this is what my sisters and I are worried about after what my mom went through. I'm not sure we'll ever get our minds back. Gotta put a little clip on that. That's a little rough there too, but I might let that go. All right, this will be trickier because I want to hold. Well, I'm going to have to take that off. All right, let's see. Same thing on this end. I'm going to trim a little bit of that excess off. All right, so now Anne of Green Gables, and I was thinking, oh, a gable is probably some kind of fancy design on a house or something. So I looked it up. Well, a gable is a roof. Basically a roof. What's Ange saying? Today is one of my great nephew's birthday, and he called me so we could. How old is he, Ange? My great nephews are little. They're little. I could have trimmed this, I think, a little better. See, I got a little bit of an overhang. I might just let that be, at least for now. All right, so I want to make sure the book is right side up. And like I said, I'm going to put fabric here, the front and the back. At least that's my long-term plan. Let me show you where I am on my Bible. It was just teal colored and it was getting real dingy. Ugh. Now, I don't know if I want to flip. Well, I took a picture. This is a Dee Dee tip. When you lay something out, even in collage, if you like how you have it laid out, take a picture. And then when you take your components off and you need to glue them down, you can just, nicely add them on and use your picture as a guide. So this is going to go on my spine. My original fabric is this yummy green and rose. Of course, a lot of it's covered up, but so be it. This is just the inside of a book cover that I thought looked cool. And it says things like Just Being Happy, the Book of Courage, the Book of Good Cheer, which are all, to me, positive things that we find in our Bible. This I'm going to color and try to pick up this pink, but I'm going to put these appliques on there. I was going to do 3, but I'm thinking 4. So I was going to do a green ruffle too, but then I found this in my stash. I'd gotten some scraps from Kim, South Pole Studio. And so I decided to put this on my spine. It just, gives a little more of a contrast, we felt. This will get trimmed off. Now, if you can see here, you can see the teal peeking through. So that's going to get glued all the way down. And then I think what I want to do is add some ribbons or some little lace danglies that I'll attach to this as well. And then I just really liked how this looks. So I'm going to add that on. And my rickrack, which will be pink, is going to go up here. And then I have quite a few of these. I might use some of this today. Thanks, Jacqueline. And I'm going to put this here. And then this is, I don't know, the end of a tablecloth or bed pillows. I don't know. This is tatting. So I just love that. So that's going to go there. And then I had this, and Kellyanne said, well, why don't you use the pink trim to cover up that raw edge? So that's going to go there. And then I found this little pink button that we like there, and I'll put some thread through there. I'll either stitch that on or, it would, Ange? I'll definitely put thread in there. So I don't know if I'm going to stitch it on this piece or whether just I'll put the thread in and then glue it. I don't know that yet. I'm thinking I like this over here. Kel and I didn't talk about that, but I think I kind of like that here. And then I got some of the chenille from Kathy Cow a little while ago. And then I had this pin with the beads on it. So I think I want to glue this somewhere. I'm not sure about that, where that's going to go yet. And then, of course, I've got these lovely little individual appliques here. And I was thinking about stitching a satin stitch to make the center pink, but that might be a little too labor intensive for me. Maybe 3 looks okay. I don't know. I know odd is usually better. Do you think that's a good place for the chenille? Or a different spot? But I might try to put a little alcohol ink on that center and hope it doesn't bleed too much to make those, pop a little bit. So there's nothing real like roughly and floppy, which I kind of was thinking about initially, but I like the way it looks. So I think unless something else comes to me, you will put the 4 flowers. I'll take that under advisement. So that's what started me thinking, well, why not cover another book that I don't want to take apart? So here we are with Anne of Green Gables. Now, gable is a roof. They'd say it's where the pitched roof meets. It's a triangle. You like the 4 too? Okay. Okay. The chenille looks great there. Oh, thanks, girls. I appreciate that. That's great. Okay. Feel better about that. I feel better about that. So before you got here this morning, when I did the back side of the book, just make sure, yeah. I thought, well, I wonder if I could just do some kind of to mimic Green Gables. All right, Peggy's down with all the ideas. So I pulled out some things. So I cut these this morning, thinking I can cover with these with fabric. Just get your input and see what you think. I have a bunch of these from. I bought a bunch of stuff from a lady years ago, and I could dry brush this so it pops a little bit. But I have this that I'm thinking I might be able to work into the cover. So keep that in mind. Now I have some of that fabric left over from my Bible, so I like that. And then I pulled out some other stuff that I can take apart and maybe add on. This is huge, but I'm thinking I can cut a strip of this off. I know it's a lot to process. I got a lot of stuff here. I do have more of this. Now this I'm wondering, if this might be good for, I want the top of the roof to be some kind of green because it's Anne of Green Gables and the roof is, basically green. So, I could cover this. Then I need something for that, which is fine. So this might be a good roof cover. I could really get away with this for the roof as well. Kind of like that down there. Now look at this cool piece I found in my stash. And then it's got these little, here, let me do it this way. Of course, it's too big. Oh, but I wonder if this could be the house and this could be the gable. Ooh. What do we think about that? See, I could take this off. Is that too much? I didn't really have to do the gable thing. These are just some ideas, just some stuff I pulled out. I pulled this out because I just liked it. It's not really green. It's got a little bit of blue in it. Butterfly. If I just do the applique, trim it out. Yeah, it could look like a pot with flowers, but I don't know if I want to do that. Well, yeah, that would look, seeing it's got leaves. Oh, good observation, ladies. Do you think this is too big? Hey, Darla, how are you? Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Do you think that's a little too large? Like this would have to be trimmed? Or I could take this part off and rearrange it. That might be good. If I do this, I could take the leaves off, glue them where I want, and then this flower I could glue down here. Candy autocorrect and I are just not compatible. My mom made this doily. This is really soft. And I'm not sure. It's got little tiny pineapples. She loved doing that pineapple stitch. So and then I think, I need something down the spine for sure. But look at this too. Debbie would save it for a larger I think I have two of them. I don't really remember, but I'm inclined to agree with you, Debbie. And then I've got this, which, this is just, I guess, a napkin. I don't know. I mean, and I got a lot more stuff I could dig out. So, first things first, do you think I should try to implement a gable on the cover? Let's see who, yes or no to a gable. I'll take a little sip of water. Now, the other thing too, I can also cut this out, and I might be able to put this on somewhere. That's also an idea. Okay, so maybe I can cover the house part with this fabric, and the gable part, I do kind of like this leafy pattern. Or I have this green. Oh, this might be better for the roof. That might be more better. Okay, so I'm going to take my little templates here. I'm going to put my book aside. Sure you are, Laura. Where are you going to put the book? Boop, boop, boop. Okay, let's put it up there for now. Let's keep these two things out. This stuff will pop back up over here. Oh, that goes to my Bible. I don't want that to get lost. All right, so all right. Put this aside. I'm going to get my brush out. Val says, I got a lovely piece of dyed crochet from Jacqueline in the mail. I want to use it on the cover of the book I'm making for her dyed papers. Ooh, I need to make it really special. So I'm taking wonderful. Ooh, we would like to see that. We would like to see it. Sounds yummy. Sounds yummy. Okay, let's paint this on. Being very liberal with that. I don't think it matters, but I'm going to put it in a flat spot. Press Kellyanne. Good morning. And Leah, hi, Leah, good morning. I think most of us are doing well. I have a sinus infection, but other than that, oh yeah, and tooth pain. Other than that, swell. We're just doing swell. Look, it's not sticking. Don't give me any trouble now. I'll hold this down. Hello, peeps. Kelly, you having company today? You know, I didn't think about the streaming thing. My husband just said to me the other day, I wonder there's a couple synagogues that have closed near us. And I thought, well, maybe people are just moved out of the area and they don't need such big buildings. But you know what? I'll bet you it's because they stream now. Candy, that's definitely something to consider. All right, so I'm going to let that dry. Let's see. What do I have that I can? This is plastic. I'm going to pop that on there. And let's wipe up this glue. This is going to be my building. So more glue on this piece. All right. Pop that down. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, my dentist gave me, I have to have some major work done. So my dentist gave me an antibiotic if my tooth started to flare up, which, it was tolerable if I stayed on the ibuprofen. But then the sinus infection started, like, when you bend over, you feel like your face is going to fall off, that kind of thing. So I looked up what he gave me, and it's an antibiotic used for both a tooth infection and also a sinus infection. So between the two, I started that yesterday. I don't feel like it's kicked in yet, but you know, it's that time of year. And okay, so we'll let those sit for a moment. Now, some of the other things because I want to layer and do some other stuff. Um, so let's put that back in the water. We'll squish that down. I think I want to use where's this fabric is just gorgeous. Let's see. I think I'd like to use a piece of this. This is so nice. I should be able to snip that off if I can. Well, maybe not easily. It's kind of like a satin stitch. Yeah, tooth pain is not fun. And the thing of it is that I called the oral surgeon. Well, I have to have 6 teeth removed. Okay. It's just, that's the way it is. I have to have 6 teeth removed. And I've been battling these teeth my whole life. My dad's teeth were bad. My pop's teeth were bad. I mean, my parents, they didn't take me to the dentist until I was like um, 13, I think. And they didn't have the money for one reason. I mean, it is what it is. And so it's just been a fighting battle, losing battle the whole way. So I'm at the point where I've had to make a decision. So I'm going to trim some of this off. So we've come up with a plan. He's going to do some partials. Because of the trouble I've had with my teeth, he doesn't think, well, implants would be very expensive, but he doesn't think that's a good option for me. And like I said, it's no guarantee, and then that's money down the drain if your bones can't handle the implant. So anyway, I opted for these partials, and then he wants them put in the temporaries as soon as the oral surgeon extracts the teeth. But what I didn't mention was when I made my appointment, which is at the end of the month, um, that I'm in pain. I didn't mention that. But anyway, it's just a consultation. So I got to wait a month for the consultation and then probably another a month or so to actually get them extracted. So my husband wants me to call tomorrow and see if they can even get me in and get the one tooth out, the one that's bothering me. Because it's going to be a long time to be in pain. And quite frankly, I don't want to be taking the ibuprofen that long. Yeah, that's true, Debbie. Yeah, that's true. All right. So, Amity Bloom, she uses fabrics, she uses laces, she uses sheer fabric, ribbons. I don't think I have much in the way of ribbon, at least not in this color palette. Now, I think I need something around the spine, or I would like something around the spine. Let's see. All right, so this stuff we're going to hold off on. This is kind of cool, though, too, right? Yeah, that's why I started taking the antibiotic too. So, yeah, I'll call them and see what they recommend. So if I bring this over this way, then I can always trim out a little bit of lace, right? Oh, okay, Kel. That's good to know. Thanks, son. So Kellyanne said she's not going to do a live stream for another 8 weeks. She's doing a women's Bible study from 6 to 8. That sounds cool. All right. So if I want some of this to overlap, maybe I'll cut it here. I just cut and tear because I don't mind how that looks. And I can't cut straight. No, it didn't tear straight either. So there's that. All right. So if I do that, see, now we have a lot of these little things too. Let's see what's in here. Oh, I just love this. Look at this. I don't think I have enough of this to do the back and the front. Got that. These will be sideways. I've got that. I don't think I like that side. This might look good like a garden behind the house, though, or in front of the house, in front of the gable. This might be too white. Of course, I could coffee dye it. Not so much on that. This one I did coffee stain a little. It's a little different than that one. Boy, they're cute. Yeah, it looks like a garden fence. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So now I was thinking about trying to take this apart, but maybe I can just cut. See, because it's almost like, I don't know if you can see. There we go. It's like a satin stitch. Sometimes they're just stitched on real easy, but that's a satin stitch. So, and it won't be straight, but I'd like to use, I think, a piece of that. All right. So where am I? All right, let me go. I think these cut fabric pretty well. I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge and wrap this. At least I'm going to try. similar to how I did the book. Might miter these, so. They're on the sewing machine, Cal. I didn't want to get up. And these cut fabric pretty good. Whoa, I keep knocking my little brush container with my arm. Right. Now I could have used oh good. Yeah, when oh my goodness. Debbie, when are you the 10th too? Because I know Jacqueline has a sale on the 10th, but Marie was giving you a shout out the other night. So Debbie's saying that she has almost finished pulling her stuff for her first stash sale. And she can't reach any more stuff to sort. She has a 4-foot table covered and the floor underneath with everything that she's pulled. Oh my goodness. Saturday the 11th at 4. Okay, cool. I don't know if Jacqueline's still here or if Kelly, Kel, could you get Deb's channel for us? That would be great. All right, so see the best way to do this. Hey, Brenda, hi. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it similar to what we did the inside cover. And then if I need to slit any of the fabric, I'll go ahead and do it then. Now, I was looking at a little applique. I don't know if I want windows or anything. I'll cross that bridge when we get there. How am I on time? So I still have some time. Okay. Thanks, Cal. It's wonderful. It's a good job. All right, so again, I'm just pulling in those corners and just gluing them down. Do that corner and then this corner. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we love D-Stash. Woo. Okay. Oh, you're ahead of the game moving next year. Good for you. I keep saying I want to move to Pennsylvania, but that's really not going to happen. But if I did, I'd want to take all my stuff with me. I can't imagine. Like, remember when Shelley was moving from Hawaii to North or South Carolina? Oh my gosh, can you imagine? I mean, she didn't have a choice. I mean, she couldn't really take much. And she said, Lori, you wasn't in chat last night. I have been with this craft. Oh, yeah, I was there. You were at Murray's. I was half asleep. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 14 years for me. Oh, wow, Debbie. Cool. Oh, good. See, we don't know about, we don't know. Sometimes we forget. Yeah, these sides might be a little. I could have given myself a little more fabric, I think, but let's give it a go. And I didn't use real heavy paper here for my template. Let me show you what I have. Well, see if I can find it on my phone. It should be right there, I think. My fingers are getting all sticky. It doesn't need to be pinched down long, just a couple of minutes or seconds, and that starts. I looked up roof applique. Yeah. See, I thought that was kind of cute. But see, now I'm thinking about a chimney. Or as the coworker said, chimley. We downsized when we came here. I wasn't as heavily into my art when we were in Pennsylvania. So mostly what I have has been, oh, you did, Kel? Oh, wow. And I've gathered most of my stuff in the last 10 years that I have here. And my room is full. Kel will attest to it. My room is full. But one thing, when I was listening to Amity Bloom, she was saying she decided to use some of her treasures. Like I think, like most of us, we purchase something or we find something at a yard sale or a Goodwill, and we just love it and we want to touch it and pet it for a while. We don't use it, and then you might like it put away, and then you forget you have it. Whatever. I tend to not use things that I have buttons that I just love the way they feel. I cannot use them. So she made a journal and she decided she was going to use some of her precious stuff, which, this is what I'm doing with the lace and this stuff. I pulled some of this stuff out because I bought it to use it. It's just nobody's enjoying it really. It's sitting in a box. I don't know why I'm like I am. I know, but why are we like that? I mean, it's a button. I mean, I can dig through my big jar of buttons, and as soon as I get to that one button, I'm like, yep, nope, can't do it. I can't do it. It's a freaking button. It's not like buttons are worth $1 million. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, beads. I can't even. I still haven't put together the bracelet with the beads that I just can't get myself to do it, Cal, because I don't know. I guess I feel like I'm just not going to like what I do. I don't know. I just want to make a little elastic. Well, my daughter-in-law moved them. I think I know where she put them, but she wanted the bag that they were in. Yeah, I think a lot of us are in the same boat. Can you imagine when I said boat, the first thing that popped in my head was a craft cruise. Can you imagine, like years ago, and they probably still have them, like if you were a knitter, you could go on a cruise with all knitters. And that's what you did the whole cruise. And they had like, big name knitting people would come and teach you or whatever. Can you imagine being on a cruise with a bunch of us? Wouldn't that be the best? And then we could cruise to somewhere really cool and then hit their charity shops or whatever when you go. I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. If you put the beads on a bracelet, at least they will be to get. Yes, this is true. My son-in-law made me this really cool, like a trough. I've had it for at least 6 years, if not 8 or 10. And it's still sitting up on my shelf. It's never been used. It's just sitting up there because I want to do a certain kind of paint on it, like a some kind of a resist, so it looks really um distressed. And I'm so nervous about trying that technique on it and ruining this thing he made me that's so beautiful. I've never used it. He probably thinks, so what the heck did I make that for? They're just still not being used. But I get nervous that I'm going to ruin it. Oh, they did? Scrapbook themed cruises? Oh. Yeah, that would be so fun. Or like a cruise with like Jane Davenport or Julia Crane. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Um, Cassie Arbor. Well, Debbie Epps. Huh? Yeah. I have artwork stacked knee high on shelves in 2 closets and in a, oh my goodness, Debbie. I bet you it's all gorgeous stuff. I got plenty of journals. I just can't get myself to list them. It's just so cumbersome to list them. Oh, she does? Oh. Hmm. Okay, so this takes a while to do this, but I'm trying to keep my fingers from being permanently affixed to my roof. I should have gotten out my felt. I could use maybe some felt would be cool. Of course, it wouldn't look too chic, too cottagey chic. Maybe with the felt, and then I'm going to want to stitch it. This may not get done today because I may want to stitch some of these. But I could probably do it on my sewing machine, really. Oh, I was watching a reel. I don't know who the person is. What did she, when you go to the store, like say Hobby Lobby or Joanne, oh, that's not even given any pressure. Hobby Lobby or Joanne Fabric, and you can find those jelly rolls of fabric. They're they're usually only about maybe 2.5 inches wide, but they're real long pieces of fabric, and they're stacked like maybe 10 or 15 of them, and then they roll it, and they want like $25 for a roll of fabric like this. This lady had 3 bundles of those, and she took them all. Really, Joyce? I didn't turn him on yesterday. How about it? I guess he's thinking about retirement. Yeah, jelly rolls. Yeah, yeah. So she took those strips of fabric. I'm trying to remember how she did it. And then she had this little thing on her sewing machine. Oh, Debbie. Well, now maybe you'll get the room. One of those little things that fit on your sewing machine on your foot that folds the material so it makes like a tube. Oh, I know what she did first. She took the pieces of fabric and she sewed them together and made it like one straight strip. So the same color was all one big strip. And then she had that thing on her machine where it folds it in and it makes like I guess you would call it piping. And she made them all one big long thing and then she hooked them all together and she had this big freaking roll. It must have been this big around. Oh, it was bigger. And then she got on her sewing machine and she does like Angie does with the bowls, but she was making a rug. And she did a big oval. And this just went under her. See, my machine gets all knotted up if I do that. This this was so beautiful. Let me see if I can find Angie. Oh, Angie is probably a email. Let's see. Angie Brown. Oh, that's not bad, Ange. Look, you got plenty here. That's a nice table. There's Angie's workspace. Cool. Thanks, Ange. And then you got your bed in there. Is your bed in there? Is that your room? You got a nice space. Let's see. Oh, really? I didn't realize. See, I like Tim's stuff, but I'm not really groupie. I didn't realize he had that health issue. Oh yeah. Mm. Wow. Well, that's one thing for me. I mean, my space is really jam-packed full of stuff. I mean, it's a mess right now because I was pulling out stuff. Here, I can take a picture. Let me embarrass myself here. I had it cleaned up pretty good before Kel came. But this is one. This is one area. Let's see. I've been taking stuff and not putting it back, and I need. Oh, that's my Jenny. My Jenny just had a haircut. I could show you my Jenny. That's my little baby puppy. Now, where the heck did where'd the photo go? Okay. But see, all those books, they have homes and places to be. I just haven't put them back. Yeah, she's cute. She's cute. She looks really cute when she just gets her hair done. Her hair's real curly, so when it gets longer, it's not soft anymore. Right now, there's Dana. Hi, Dana. Yes, I wonder if they will find a new designer. Maybe that's Susie Hines. She's pretty cool. I know it won't be me. Um, but right now, Jenny feels like a little soft teddy bear again. We get those curly curls cut off. And I was encouraged by our training session this last Friday. I'm going to teach her a new behavior. So that's good. She was catching on pretty well at the trainers. All right. So in the applique, which now I'm sure it's gone, I don't know if I want to get involved with, I don't know how that, we'll see what we think. Maybe this one. It really is going to have to get, All right, my roof is still drying. And I might need some windows. Might need some windows on there. All right, so this is going to go on the spine. Thinking about that there. Let's flip this back. I do like this. Oh, Simon Hurley. Oh, yeah, maybe. I wonder if he'll stick to it. You know how some people slow down, then they pick right back up because they can't stand to be slow or still. Okay, so if you just joined in, I'm covering an Anne of Green Gables book. So, this is supposed to be the Green Gable. Nothing's set in stone. I'm open to suggestions. Maybe I need it down lower. Is that who you were thinking of? You were thinking of Simon Hurley. And he's a youngin'. He looks young anyway. Uh, oh, title. Yeah, yeah. Good call. That. Oh, let's see. Let me trim this out. I can cut that better. Yeah, that's true. Although he could probably spread his wings. Um, they might have somebody too that really has been working with Tim that they see as somebody who could, um, step into that role if they even need somebody. I wish I had a big oval. Well, I might have. Oh, I might have a die that I could cut. I think I would like that an oval shape. I don't want to do it by hand. This needs something else. This needs a chimney or some windows or something. Wonder how this would look. Hold on, where's my little? Thanks, Ange. Yeah, the same style. Who's the Paula lady he's always talking about? He's always talking about this Paula lady. And Vicky is Vicky Booten, but who's the Paula lady? He's got so many makers, that work with him. Frame the title and lace trim. I mean, I have to trim. This would be trimmed. Pink rickrack. I have no pink rickrack. The other thing I wanted to cut out was see, now I'll go. This is the problem with Jacqueline and I. When we get an idea, we go on a tear and we do 30 of the same thing. Where's my, here it is. I want to cut this out, see what a piece of this looks like on here. I'm cutting the wrong way. I might have to do some hand stitching. I'm trying to think if I have a stamp that would look like windows, but nothing's coming to my brain. All right, where do I have my, I know I have big eggs. I think I need something under the house or behind the house or something. Where do I have my, hold on, I'm getting my tub with my dye in it. Now I have buttons that are square. I wonder if they probably would be too big to look like windows. I know I got big eggs. I wanted a, ooh, maybe, nah, this is not quite big enough, I don't think. Let's see. I don't think I have a bigger one. Trying to think of an oval shape that I have that would be closer to that size. I don't have much in oval. Not much at all. Oh, really, Leah? No, I've kind of stayed away from it. My granddaughter has one. Of course, she's 9, but she likes it. I think Stacy May does diamond painting. I think she's done a couple, so I would guess she likes it. Kel would know. But I haven't tried it, mostly because I don't know what I would do with mine after the fact. It just doesn't go with anything in my home. What did you get? Did you get a flower, or what kind of design did you get? That wouldn't be big enough. Hmm. A dollar house journal. I think it's made with. I think I will make one with envelopes. I'm back. Oh yeah, we're supposed to get a snowstorm. I forgot about that, Peggy. That's my big egg. Hey, you big eggs. Well, oh, doll. Make a dollhouse. Oh no, never heard of that, Ange. That's cool. I saw somebody did an envelope journal. It was different than the ones I did. I don't know if I saved that or not. Of course, I was intrigued. I love envelopes. I love envelopes. All right, so what do we think about this? Um, Border on the house. I was going to cut out a little chunk of something for a chimney, but I think I want solid green. This might not be. Let's see if this will be a chimney. All right, what else is an oval shape that I might have sitting around? That's too big. My neighbor, my girlfriend growing up, her mom always said chimney. And I worked with a guy for years that always said chimney. It needs to be darker. I'll have to look for something darker. But I kind of like that. I kind of like this up here, but I need this to be an oval shape. I don't know if I can. Maybe I can. Maybe I can cheat. Hold on. This is an idea. Maybe I can be a cheater. Well, this is bigger. Well, now the trick is to find a pencil. Ah, I have a color pencil. Yeah, Jan just going to town with that Cricut. Good for you. I buy stuff and I don't use it. I got a Ninja Creamy for Christmas. Well, I haven't been feeling great either, so I'll blame it on that. Um, Getting together some ingredients to. Dang nabbit, where do I have a pencil? Oh, wait a minute, maybe in here. Let's see if I can get this to work. All right, so I need the oval to start right about up here. I go like this. And kind of, you know, uh, I don't know. My brain kind of worked in my brain, but it's not working here. See, I don't want to ruin it because I only have the one title page. That's not really an oval. All right, here we go. Now, yeah, Debbie said lace around it. I'm not sure. I think that's too white, right? That's too white of a lace. And maybe too lightweight. That's not the right kind of lace. All right, plan B. Wait a minute. I got more stuff. I got more stuff. I just threw something in here. Let's see. That kind. That might work. I'm a sucker for lace. I just bought more lace from Wendy. I could do an outhouse journal. Yeah, it's so funny. What funny girl. What funny girl. All right, let's put that there. Did anybody say about this trim on the roof? Should I keep that or no? Does anybody? What if this is a window? Hold on. Let's cut this piece. Because then the door, that's going to need a door. Just digging a bigger, digging myself a bigger hole. That look like a door. Leah says yes to the trim. Okay, I kind of like it too. That looks like a big old nose now. Put the lace up to the house. Put the lace higher up so the house doesn't look so short. Okay. Thank you, Peggy. I need different chunks of fabric there for windows. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Okay. That still looks like a face to me. Mm. There it is. Maybe if we did them this way. We trim these to make them shorter. See, and I could stitch around these, which would make them look better too. All right, so this is decided. Let's trim this. Move the door to the side with the windows on the other end. I can make them smaller too. Not crazy about the windows. To find my tweezers. Everything's sticking to my gluey fingers. No bottom lace, Dana? No? Wait a minute, I can move this up too. I think I want that overlapped a little bit. You think? Oh, jeez. Wait a minute. I've got a pair of tweezers right here. So I got that glue from on my fingers. And I could find something darker too. I think I need a different color. Maybe not green. No, wait a minute. Okay, so how about that? And then how about brown door? I've got a lot of I have some Debbie Mum fabric I can pull out. I'm pretty sure I've got like barn board looking fabric. This is so pretty. Let's see where to cut it. I want a piece of this somewhere. Okay. And now I'm getting messier and messier. Now I've got this, which is really nice, fine little lace. If I put this around, maybe I need to gather it. I don't know if we'll be able to tell if that's a good option. It's not looking, and just taking a nap. All right, sweetie, have a good nap. It's not looking amity bloomish to me. I would add an oval tree set behind house to right side with rectangular trunk. I would add an oval tree set behind house to the right side with a rectangular trunk. I just spied this in a bag. I might have to be ironed. That would be too big. I need a, wait a minute. Let's see what else I got. This is too see-through. Use spine fabric for the top of the tray. Oh, yeah. I was thinking that, but I didn't know if it would be too much. Yeah, I do have more of it somewhere over here in the mess. All right, so let's go tall and skinny. Oval. This is fun. Oh. Now I might go around and stitch around these just to make them look, even just on my machine. My window doesn't want to stay. I'm not sure about those. Same brown as door is for trunk. Okay. This might be too light. I can't rip it. Can't rip it. I'll have to snip it. Debbie, are you just going to do D-stash or are you going to have any of your art stuff on Saturday? Just curious. Oh, that door looks like it's got a goiter. I can trim that out better. All right, now let's do a trunk. A little bit of art with a D-stash. Cool. Yeah, I have a piece of Debbie's here. Bunny rabbit. Beautiful. I love it. Tree trunk needs to be skinnier. Now, the thing about Amine Bloom, she, shows you a lot of her stuff and what she's done, but she doesn't really let you peek into how her brain works, and how she goes about creating, which, that's fine, but it's not really, this is not really looking the way I want it to. I think I need a piece of fabric or something under there, under the Anne. Uh, let's see, what do I have here? Uh, Maybe something heavier. Well, how's my time? Oh, it's almost time. I might try to iron this. Mm, I don't know. I'm not sold. Now I lost my. It is. I definitely like the door better. Idea. Put a round or oval of same fabric under the treetop. You mean this stuff here? Like open it up more? Oh, there's little threads. They're like glue strings. Hmm. I don't know, guys. Oh, the tree fabric. All right, hold on. Hold on. Hmm. If I put lace around, yeah, give it. It needs some kind of volume, or it needs some kind of It needs to be puffier or something. If I put lace around here, this is going to take a while. I probably should gather this, and then glue it on. I'm just not a big fan of lace behind stuff like that, the gathered lace. Well, this is going to take more time than I thought. I'm really liking. See, that glue still hasn't dried either, so that's another. Thank you, Leah. I'm not so sure. Um, If you haven't looked at Amity Bloom's work, you it's hard to I guess I could pull up a picture. Let's see if I can. He would say, "Oh yeah, now I know what she's talking about. Yeah, it's not right. It's not right." I don't want to mimic her totally, but I really like her that style that she's to make it look I don't know, like a cottagey kind of. Okay, let's see. This juncture. See, like this is some of her stuff. This is the front of one of her junk journals. See, she's got all little bits and little strips. Now here she's got a pocket and papers and stuff, and I don't necessarily want a pocket on this. But I think it needs something else. I'm just not sure what. And maybe the gable thing is not a good idea. I think I need to lose this. I'm not liking this for me personally. And somewhere I have appliques that I bought too, like years ago, but I don't know where I have those stored. I've got them in a couple different spots. Let me just trim this out real quick. And then Tanya's going to be coming on, I think, in about a half an hour. I'm not even thinking about cutting this up. Sometimes it's hard to cut up this stuff. Amity Bloom is a channel that I kind of was inspired to cover my Bible with. Her style, it's like a cottage kind of junk journaling style. I put her information in my description box. One of the girls put a link in above. Let me see. Let me see if I can grab. I think it's just YouTube. At Amity Bloom, but then she's got a number, I think. Hold on. Let me just see. I got to get to a different spot here. Close all this jazzmatazz. Oh, maybe it's easier if I do it on my. Oh, Tanya? Oh, Tanya McGuire. She usually comes on, and her channel is that's what it's called, Tanya McGuire. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about the journal that I just showed. Um, Now, of course, the butterfly doesn't have anything to do with the book, but I don't know that it needs to. You found Amity? Okay, cool. I've got a little puppy under my chair. Thanks, Peggy. Now I'm liking this better than the design before, but maybe I'm crazy. I mean, I am crazy. There's really no question about that. Look how cute that is. I don't want that sticking off the edge either. Yeah. But there's also a certain amount of, like, oh, is anybody else going to like it? Thinking about a hunk of this, a hunk of. Nothing sacred in the art room. We shall rip and tear you apart if you hold still for more than 3 seconds. This is a Jacqueline Lovely envelope. Now, I'm leaning more towards this. I do like these little flowers. Okay, Kel, have fun. Maybe right on top of that. This is more of what I was thinking. I need to go. I need to go get some lunch, and I think I need to think about this more. Uh, hmm. I like this layout better than the other layout, but I might do a little more research and look at some other ways to see. I don't think I'm good at layering fabric, and I want to get better at that. And of course, I don't have much fabric here, right? I'm just using mostly lace. And like, I really like this, but maybe that down over the spine. I don't know. So I might revisit this, later on this week. I might pop on or just put up a little video of how I landed. I would really appreciate your input in helping me figure out a few things. That's for sure. It's fun, and it's fun. You like the butterfly? Okay, thank you. Um, it's fun, dragging out some of this. I think I want to iron this too and see if I can get this because I like the coloring of that. Put a strip on it somewhere. And I like, yeah, good start. Yeah, thanks, Peggy. I think I like, the paper and the fabric. Yeah, I think so, Leah. Thanks. I appreciate your encouragement. Um, I could sit and do this all day, fiddle around with stuff. And I haven't even looked at buttons, you know? But I think even if I stitch around this with my machine, maybe not even the lace, but like a heavier, like even like a messy stitch to kind of just give that a little more texture or depth might might help too. Or maybe a piece of this in the corner rather than this might even be better, to kind of bring in that spine. Another color on another side. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Fail. Hmm. Maybe even maybe this. Oh yeah, yeah, Leah, that's a good idea. Thanks. Yes, I always forget the inking. I wonder if I just bought some tissue paper. I wonder, yeah, yeah. I wonder if I crinkled some tissue paper and then glued it on. So it kind of has that mamagami look, but you could still see the words through it. I might fiddle with that too. And then stitch around it. And I'm thinking a piece of this. This really was coming apart. This applique. Oh, there they are. It's what a vintage color, some yellow printed page. Mm. I think I need a lot more layers. Anyway, thanks, girls. This was fun for me. I hope it wasn't too taxing for you, or me making up my mind and, going with saying, oh, then she takes it all apart. That's how I get. I can't decide. I do like my Bible, though. Kel helped me figure that one out. Let me just see. This is why I end up never going to the bathroom when I need to go. I sit here and fuss a little more, fuss a little more. And then by then, I'm like a kid racing to the potty. It's this little tiny flower. Lori, how about that green and pink flower, then the then old book page with butterfly on top? Yeah, I have to find an old book page. I have to dig something out. I don't have one sitting right here to. You mean like this? Like this, the pink and green? There's Judy. Hi, Judy. You've been lurking. Good for you. Maybe a strip. I think I gotta let the gable go. Gosh, I have old, I don't know if I can sneak a paper piece out. Hold on. Ah, that was silly. That was silly. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, I've got nowhere to lay anything. I pulled out the wrong. There we go. Don't. See, I've got projects everywhere. Ugh. And everything I drop, my puppy gets and chews up. And I'm dropping stuff all the time. It's Judy's day. Been lurking and watching 3.5. Really, Judy? Still? Thanks, Judy. Yeah, we're waiting for it to start here. Flower fabric lace, then butterfly. Darla says maybe a flat, lightweight lace instead of green, reminiscence of clouds. All right, let's see. Let's get the page idea here. Jenny, do not take that. Oh, you little stinker. Drop it. Hey. Oh. She is so fast. I didn't know the door was open. Ron, if you can get that paper from her, I'd appreciate it. I don't know where he is. Well, you can never catch her. She's just too quick. All right, now I didn't process what Darla said. Maybe a flat, lightweight lace instead of the green. Reminiscence of clouds. So this is kind of lacy. It wouldn't be doubled. You're supposed to get 12 inches? Oh, sweetheart, I hope you don't have to go anywhere. Good, you're home until good. We're supposed to get 4 to 6. Now, Vale said something about, now we had this. I could make this, instead of a skinny strip, I could do this. This. Well, I think I have some good bits. It's looking better. I'm going to watch a couple more videos, see if I can pick up on some other ideas of how to layer. I think I still need something under the Anne of Green Gables. Oh, since last night. Really wet, huh? I don't know what kind ours is supposed to be. We've been in what I call the dead zone for the last couple of years. Every time they say we're going to get snow, we don't get anything. So we got a little bit the other day, and now they're saying 4 to 6 inches. They've got all the roads brined and everything. So we'll see. All right, I got to skedaddle because I think Tanya's coming on. I have to go to the loo, really, I do, and I need to eat some lunch. So, gosh, thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for chatting and sharing some ideas. Mary will be on later tonight, right? Tanya comes on around 2:30. And there's a couple other girls on now, too. And I hope to be on Thursday, my regular time, 10 Eastern. And then Friday at around 4 Eastern, Jacqueline, Lovely's Crafting Lodge, is going to come on with a sale. And then Debbie Epps on Saturday. Debbie, I forget what you said, 4 or 5. She's got a D-Stash sale. So keep those things in mind. If you keep a little calendar, write them down, because that'll be fun, right? And yeah, so there you go. So thanks again, ladies. It was good to see you all. Have a great week, and I shall see you next time, or maybe at Murray's later. You know, my sleeping is so off since being sick, like an infant. But just like to always say, don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. So until next time, I love you. Bye-bye.